Hi there folks, and welcome to the fifth in the series of my Infestation videos looking at the different factions. So here we go, moving straight on to Flame Dawn, which I know is a lot of people's favourites and probably the most popular faction. I'm going to say it's probably the most popular faction. It's getting some nice cards in Infestation, so here we go, we're going to jump straight into it. 3 Purity fans, be very excited about the Flame Dawn Fanatic. I love the art for this guy. First, it's 3 Purity, it's a 1 cost, charge. If Flame Dawn Fanatic is in play at the end of the turn, it returns to your hand. So basically, throw it out, does 6 damage, you come straight back to it. It's like a rubber band. It just goes out, attacks, comes back. So it's pretty cool. It's really cool. This card is going to be really nice. It's a 1 cost, 5 morale, 6/2. So it's a pretty beefy card, and it's going to be fun to play with. It means you can always have cards in your hand, and you know what's coming. So it's cool. It's really cool. It's really cool. It's a cool mechanic. So I look forward to see what people do with this. Here we have, moving on to the Fleeting Footman. 1 Purity, 2 cost, 3 morale, 6/5 with charge. If Fleeting Footman would enter combat with a character, he retreats to the support zone. So he's like he's a scaredy cat basically. If he doesn't attack the fortress, then he just runs away. But it's cool. Attack, wait, retreat. I love the flavor text for this guy. It's brilliant. So yeah, this guy's a nice, cool card. It's 2 costs, so very low cost again, but 6 damage is pretty good. So look out for this guy. Ghost Knight. This is some of the best art that's coming with Infestation. It's really, really cool. So Ghost Knight, 2 cost, 1 morale, 1 purity, 7/1. 7 damage is quite a lot for 2. It's pretty good. Whenever Ghost Knight becomes targeted by an ability, it leaves the game to the end of the turn. So you could have some interesting mechanics that are going to come up with that. I'm sure people are going to come up with some really cool stuff to do with this guy. So I look forward to that. Infected Purifier. Here we go. So 3 cost, 5 morale, 7/5. When Infected Purifier would die, it transforms into an 8/4 undead character instead. So it basically kind of has 2 lives. So if it dies, it turns into that instead. It's pretty cool. So if you zap it with Death Ray or something, it turns into that. It's pretty cool. It's interesting card. Interesting card. Now here we go. One of the other dual purity factions, Infested Knight. 4 cost, 8 morale. It's a sleeper Flame Dawn card. It has charge. It has 0/8 attack and defense. So, but it has charge. When Infested Knight attacks, its power becomes equal to double the number of characters in your graveyard. So there we go. Again, we've got the charge from the Flame Dawn, and from the sleepers, we've got the graveyard manipulation bit. So until the end of the turn. So that's cool. Really cool. So you could essentially, if you've got a lot of, like, for example, like if you've got a lot of small characters from Flame Dawn in there, it can do a lot of damage. So it's pretty good. I'm going to see some interesting decks as well with this. This guy, Earl, Vanguard of Ruin. This guy is awesome. 2 purity, 5 cost, 10 morale, 10/10, which is pretty good. Unstoppable and charge. Unstoppable is the main thing. So whenever a rule attacks, all characters in the defending player's support zone move to the defense zone. So he's very good at going to be taking out small characters in the support zone. He's going to be very like, if you played this guy out on, like, let's say for a turn 10 example, you play this guy out with a Martyr Golem, he could just eat through your opponent's entire support zone line. Like, you could just eat through it all, which is just really cool. So this guy is going to see some play. There's going to be loads of decks based around this guy, I think. So look out for that. Look out for this guy. And he's also like, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. So that's just cool. Here we go. Kali, the Purifier. So here we go. 2 purity, Kali. 4 cost, 10 morale, 12/8. So she's slightly stronger than the previous Kali. She's got Immolate 5, which is really strong. When Kali kills a character, that character is removed from the game. So it's got the Purifier effect as well, which is really good against sleepers. Really good against sleepers. So this, if you play a 2 purity or more deck, this is probably going to replace the other Kali, which is cool. Or you could have both Kalis in command, or both Kalis in the deck. It's cool. But this one's obviously slightly stronger for an extra cost and an extra purity. So it's got a load of extra abilities, load of costs, and the artwork is awesome. The artwork is gorgeous. So props to the guy who did it. Just, yes. This guy, Legionnaire of the Dawn, he's just one of the vanilla characters that's coming out. He's a 1 purity, 3 cost, 4 morale, 9/5. Just basic character human, so it's pretty good. 3 cost, maybe a little bit expensive, but it's still good though. It's still good. 9 damage is still quite a lot. So, yeah. Here we go. Moving on to another dual faction card. Prass, the Traitor of the Dawn, or Traitor of Dawn. These are 4 cost, 8 morale, 8/7, with a Flame Dawn Varroa purity. This guy's good. When Prass deals damage directly to an enemy's fortress, he kills the first character in that player's command zone. If you can't stop this guy or block this guy, your command zone is getting crushed, which is unfortunate. So, this guy is going to scare a lot of people. It's going to scare a lot of people, especially with those creepy eyes that follow you around the room. He's going to scare a lot of people, and he does have creepy eyes. So, yeah, check him out. He's pretty good. He's a 4 cost as well, which is pretty cheap for what his ability can do. But obviously, you have to get him to hit the fortress. So, yeah. Right, Reckless Zealot, minigun. Just the win straight up for me. But yeah, 1 purity, 2 cost, 4 morale, 10/4. It's got charge. When Reckless Zealot comes into play, your opponent gains an additional maximum resource. So, it's a finisher. You don't want to play this on turn 2. You don't want to play this on turn 2. You will give your opponent such an advantage over you. You want to play this right at the end of the game when you want to finish off the damage. So, yeah, he's a finisher. He's 10 damage for 2 costs is brilliant. So he's a really good finisher, and yeah, the animation and artwork is great. Love it. Alright, moving on to the Collector. 2 purity, 4 cost, 10 morale. When the Collector, oh no, sorry, Tithe Collector, however you pronounce it. Yeah. He's on the battlefield. All characters your opponent controls cost 1 more to play. Really powerful card. This is going to mess up a lot of people, especially Warpath. It's going to mess up a lot of Warpath decks. So when you play this guy, you could kill him as quickly as you can, I think. But he's really good. He's going to annoy a lot of people, I think. So look out for this guy when you see him played. Purify. This card is really cool. A 1 purity, 2 cost ability. Remove target non-unlimited card from the graveyard. All other copies of that card are removed from the player's hand, deck, and graveyard. So, if you kill a character, then you want to make sure. So, like, let's say, for example, you kill a Skra that someone's played. You don't want to have another surprise Skra. You go to the graveyard, you remove it, all the other Skras are removed. It's a cool card. It means that you can plan for future stuff by removing certain cards that you've already killed. It's a cool card, and it's going to be, I think it might get more use than you think it will. So, yeah. Here we go. Brimstone, the Flame Dawn artifact. 2 purity, 3 cost artifact. It's a rare. All of your characters gain Immolate 2, which means they take, if something kills something, they lose 2 damage at the end of the turn. Every turn, until they die. So, even just this Brimstone with Aspirants is going to be strong, because the Aspirants are going to be able to kill bigger things than they actually do, because they're going to be able to do 2 extra damage per turn, and apparently this does stack as well. So, it's going to be pretty cool. This card is going to be pretty cool. So, yeah, that's it for Flame Dawn, guys. Really appreciate you watching. If you please go to my Twitch channel, NovaBlue353. Come check out my stream sometime. I thank you very much again, and tune in next week. Oh, I say next week, I mean go look at my other video for DoD, my favourite faction, my personal favourite faction. So please tune in again, and thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Cheers.